Remember, shout out to my Patreon. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me. If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys, so make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. Don't forget to order your custom Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your Stokes styling merch today. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to finally the Friday live. What's up? I see we got a few people in the building. Please, as you enter, please do not forget to hit that like button. If you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe. And we got a few things that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Billy Porter revealing his HIV status. We're going to be talking about Issa Rae versus Laura London. And of course, we have to do a full breakdown of the Caesar Emmanuel from Black Ink crew drama because, honey, he has come out today and has made his own little statement. So we got some stuff to talk about. Before we get started, I do want to give a shout out to my Patreons because those are the people who help me to be able to maintain this channel. So shout out to my beauties. If we have any beauties in the building, you know what to do. Drop down in the chat and say hey. Remember, shout out to my Patreons. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me.
If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys, so make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos.
Have you joined the Patreon yet? I just have to ask you guys. I just have to ask. I'm trying to get to that goal, so I want to make sure I remind y'all to go and join. Shout out to the boy. He's sitting here with me for a little while. Once I get him moved out the way, I'll be back. I'll be on camera fully. I know y'all like to see this beautiful face. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our first story. Do you all watch Pose? I love Pose. I am not up on the new season right now. I like to kind of let the episodes build, so I ain't got to like wait from week to week. So I'm waiting because I think we're on this week will be episode 5, and this is only an 8-episode season. This is the final season of Pose. But one of Pose's breakout stars, Billy Porter, has been making his rounds, making his television rounds, talking about his life and what's been going on. So he recently revealed that he has been HIV positive for the past 14 years. So let's hear what he has to say. For the first time in 14 years, Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Award-winning star Billy Porter has broken his silence about his HIV positive status. In an interview with Lacey Rose, Billy Porter talked about the shame he felt about his diagnosis, his fear of being marginalized and ostracized in an industry he admits hasn't always been kind to him, led him to withhold his status from family, friends, castmates, and collaborators, which is, first of all, just, I'm sure, makes it even tougher, because to have to go through this essentially by yourself is hard enough. To have the status is hard enough, but to go through it by yourself, I mean, I'm sure it was devastating for him. He says, quote, "For a long time, everybody who needed to know knew, except my mother. I was trying to have a life and career, and I wasn't certain I could if the wrong people knew. It would just be another way for people to discriminate against me in an already discriminatory profession." He goes on to say that he's been using his role as Pray Tell on the Peabody Award-winning series Pose as his proxy. He says, "I was able to say everything that I wanted to say through a surrogate." I just feel like that's so deep. He goes on to say, "It was 2007, the worst year of my life. I was on the precipice of obscurity for about a decade or so, but 2007 was the worst of it. By February, I had been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. By March, I signed bankruptcy papers, and by June, I was diagnosed HIV positive. The shame of that time, compounded with the shame that I had already accumulated in my life, silenced. And I have lived with that shame and silence for 14 years. HIV positive, where I come from, growing up in the Pentecostal church, with a very religious family, is God's punishment. He admits he's been receiving therapy off and on for 26 years. And within the last year, he began real trauma therapy to unpack and heal from past traumatic experiences. He says, "I started peeling back all the layers, having been sent to a psychologist at age 5 because I came out of the womb a bog old queen, being sexually abused by my stepfather from the time I was 7 to the time I was 12, coming out at 16 in the middle of the AIDS crisis. Every single solitary dream that I ever had is coming true in this moment, all at this time. I'm getting ready to play the fairy godmother in Cinderella. I have new music coming out. I have a memoir coming out. Pose is out. I'm directing my first film, and I'm trying to be present. I'm trying to be joyful." So again, he's been making his rounds. He's definitely been making his rounds. I think I just saw him on the Tamron Hall show, and there was a clip of him saying that, despite everything that he's been through, he gives praises to God, and he makes sure to acknowledge that it is God because one of the first things that people do when you are LGBT is to try to take away your spirituality. He says as if God hates you. He says hates the F, so I'm not gonna say it, but that's what he says. And he says, that's not true, and I completely agree with him. I absolutely love Billy Porter, you guys. I think that he is a phenomenal actor. He's a great singer. And I think that he's been in this industry for a long time and it's taken until here recently, with polls and everything for him to get any type of recognition, which I think is just absolutely crazy because he has always been extremely talented. I remember my first time seeing him was on Law and Order SVU. If you're a Law and Order fan, honey, like me, you've seen every single episode. And he just really he really embodies his characters, and I think that it's so profound that he plays Pray Tell on Pose, because he, like he says, it really is a parallel to his life, except for Pray Tell he did not get the antiviral drugs that could have gave him a long life, but Billy was able to get those drugs, and he is here today. He looks great. And he's thriving. So again, just another story for people to know that HIV is not a death sentence like it has been portrayed, in the past. It's not. And just kudos to him for coming out. I don't think it's anybody's business. He didn't have to come out or anything like that, but I do think that he's probably helping so many people that he will never see, will never know, just from the fact of being open and being vulnerable about his diagnosis. So shout out to Billy Porter. Before we go on to our next story, where we will be talking about Issa Rae versus Lauren London. If you're just joining, thank you. Please do not forget to hit that like button. All right, hit that like button, you guys. Please let the algorithm know that you are here, that you enjoy my content, and all of that good stuff. All right, so let's talk about I'm in the wrong thing. Let's talk about Issa Rae, you guys, our own resident awkward Black girl. Let's pull up the article. Where is it at? Here it is. So, again, shout out to the Jasmine Brands. My pictures are kind of blurry today. Y'all don't judge my pictures. I'll see if I can get better ones. But anyway, Issa Rae talks resolving former rift with Lauren London. She says, we had a 2-hour amazing conversation during an interview with Vanity Fair, which, did y'all see Issa's Vanity Fair cover? Oh my gosh. She looked amazing. She looked amazing. I'm going to see it. Let me pull that picture up because she looked amazing. But during the interview with Vanity Fair, Issa Rae begins reflecting on her critically acclaimed web series, The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl. Oh my gosh. One of YouTube freaking classics. Okay, classics. She says the 2011 web series was noteworthy as it provided additional visibility and entertainment opportunities for Black women who are considered awkward or antisocial. Despite her web series' intended focus, Issa Rae reportedly claimed that one TV executive was simply not grasping her intentions, and this wound up causing an issue between her and Lauren London. Oh, okay, here go the Vanity Fair pictures, you guys. Hold on, let me pull this picture up because Issa looks absolutely stunning. First of all, if you watched her from the Awkward Black Girl series here on YouTube, if you followed her career like I followed her career, and see her glow up is like, girl, you look good. Look at her. Yes. Awkward Black Girl wear, honey. She looks amazing. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me focus, because honey, I'll be giving Issa her flowers, honey, all day, because I love her. Anyway, it turns out that the unnamed executive thought it would be a good idea to cast Lauren London for a TV version of Awkward Black Girl, which is basically Insecure. And Issa Rae thought that was a step in the wrong direction. Reportedly, because Lauren London started as a video vixen and often plays the love interest in films, Issa Rae thought that the executive's suggestion was out of touch and wouldn't fit the show's vibe. And on a deeper note, Rae felt that the suggestion showed that the industry was happy and willing to remove her from her own narrative in exchange for a lighter-skinned Black woman. I want to stop right there, and I want y'all to drop down in the comments and tell me what y'all think about it, because of course, the first thing that came into most people's minds when we were hearing about people wanting to replace Issa in her own show was the colorism of Hollywood. You know, Lauren London is much more palatable. She's much more, the acceptable Black woman, as we've seen. And so she doesn't actually fit the role of the awkward Black girl. But that's what, again, some unnamed executive who clearly was crazy thought. So y'all drop down in the comments and tell me what were your initial thoughts about it. Now, the internet, on the other hand, while we're talking about people's thoughts, the internet had a lot to say. I'm gonna pull up some of the I don't want to say backlash, but some of the comments, I'll say, that the internet said about this little revelation that Lauren London could have in fact been Issa D for Issa D for Insecure. That just doesn't even sit right with me. That it just doesn't even it doesn't, first of all, and no shade to, I'm not trying to be shady. Let me say that. I'm not trying to be shady to Lauren London at all. I just don't think that Lauren London is that great of an actress. That's just my personal opinion. I think she's beautiful. I think she has been in some iconic roles. You know, when it came to ATL, we will always remember New for her new, but and I like her as a person, but as far as her as an actress, honestly, to me, she's a weak actress. What do y'all think? And so I just feel like that would have been a mistake all the way around, for them to have put her in the show, and that would have watered down the message of Issa not being the traditional fashion model, which is why she is insecure, which is why she focuses on her kind of humor and her personality more. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm trying to find these tweets, y'all. Give me a second. Because people were going in on Lauren London. People were going in on Lauren London. And I say that I don't think she's that great of an actress, but I'm not going to go in. Like, people were going in. And I didn't think that was right either. Hold on. Where are those tweets? I'm sorry. This is my fault, because I know I'm supposed to save stuff. And I be reading stuff, and then I don't save it. And then I come up here and be like, ooh, I saw this. And then I can't find it when I want to show it to y'all, because I know y'all don't be on these internet streets like I be on these internet streets, honey. I be lurking. I be in the back ways, the alleyways. I be all up and through, which is why sometimes I can't remember where I saw things. Okay, well, maybe it wasn't on the Shade Room. Maybe it was Neighborhood Talk. Let me go look. I'm not seeing y'all's comments. What y'all saying? Y'all need to drop down in the comments. I need I need to know that y'all are here with me, especially before we get into this breakdown about the Black Ink crew and Caesar Emmanuel and all this craziness. Also, side note, y'all do not talk about my nails, because they are a ratchet mess, and I have not done them in 3 weeks, and I just don't feel like it. So if you look at my hand and you see 2 long nails and then 3 nails that are not there, y'all just judge your mama. Don't judge me. Judge your mama. Don't judge me. Okay. Ooh. Y'all, where are these tweets? Because people were going in and I really wanted to read y'all some of the things that they were saying. Hold on. Oof, I can't find them. Well, basically, people were just downplaying Lauren London, which I didn't think was right either. I feel like there's no reason to like bash her because we like Issa. However, because okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I had to find the tweet, y'all. It took me a minute. Here we go. Let me pull it up for y'all. Share screen. Where is it at? Here we go. So these are some of the people's responses. They say Lauren London is the least problematic person on this here social media, but y'all somehow always find a way to talk ish about her and slander her name, which I do agree. Then someone says nobody can play Issa like Issa Rae, which I agree. Lauren London is a good actress, I guess, but she's not Issa. So I don't think that, and like I said, I don't think that Lauren is a great actress personally, but she's cute. Y'all dragging Lauren London for what? She did nothing. She and Issa spoke. Leave her alone. Thank God Issa won. But dark-skinned women shouldn't have to fight to be included in black spaces, which is my biggest issue with this entire situation, which I think is why Issa came out with it in the first place, just to kind of shed a light on how things are handled behind the scenes in the industry, especially because we haven't seen an Issa. Can y'all name an Issa for me? Like a dark-skinned film writer, producer, actress who came on the scene unapologetically herself. Like, yes, Issa's glow up is like, girl, yes. However, when she came on, she didn't look like this. This was not her. She was an average woman on the scene, and so the erasure of just the average black woman and how she had to fight to be included in her own projects, I think that was her point in telling this story. So I don't think she had any ill will or any ill intent towards Lauren. I think that was just her point in saying this. Someone else says prayers for Lauren London. Y'all really don't have to drag one to praise one. It's really gross how we do each other. I agree. Someone says my stomach is in knots thinking about how one of my favorite shows led by one of my favorite people could have been ruined by Lauren London. OMG. Someone says I'm convinced a lot of people just aren't good at the job because who in their right mind would think Insecure would have taken off with Lauren London as its lead. So I do agree with a lot of that. I just don't think that we should like drag Lauren London. Hi, Sammy. Thank you for joining. And I feel like, hey, Brittany. Yeah, Brittany, tell them judge your mama. Okay. Don't judge me. But anyway, so that was the initial kind of beef, but Issa has come on to say that it was one of her biggest regrets was naming her, and she took offense to that because of course people do what they do and they drag. And so she says, so the article says Rae and London remained on less than friendly terms until Diddy's 49th birthday party celebration. There, Issa said that Nipsey Hussle encouraged her to squash their issues, and she says Nipsey was like, you should just talk to her and let me set it up. As a result of Nipsey's initiative, Issa and Lauren were able to mend fences and see each other's perspectives. Rae also said it actually sparked an amazing 2-hour conversation. We had so much in common. She was like, people don't understand. I'm an awkward black girl. In the same way that I was upset about the limited portrayal of black women, she was like, people do the same thing to me. I completely get that. So I felt like that was good. Again, I'm not saying that Lauren isn't an awkward black girl. She could be. But that would have watered down the overall message of the show, the overall premise of the show. And what we need to get, again, it's just further evidence of the colorism that we see in Hollywood. And so I'm so grateful for people like Issa who stood her ground and who was unapologetically who she was, so that we could actually get genuine representation for more women that look like me, or that look like my sisters, or that looks like my friends, or you know what I'm saying, that looks like the girl down the street who watches anime, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with, you know. So I appreciated that. I appreciated her standing on it. I appreciated her giving the story, even though it did cause a slight rift between her and Lauren London for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, Lauren has to understand too that she benefits from the pretty privilege, the colorism. She benefits from all of that, and it's a double-edged sword, because just like we as dark-skinned women don't always want to be cast as the friend of, as the maid, as the, you know, undesirable, it does limit how some of the other lighter skinned women on the spectrum are being cast, because sometimes they're not always that. Sometimes they can be the friend. So I think that we should just address colorism overall and have a genuine conversation and genuine representation of the the vast dynamics of being a honey black woman, because we are magical. We just are. All right. So I'm off my soapbox about Issa Rae, Lauren London, the colorism that was kind of lied up under that, because let's just call a thing a thing. And before we get into the main story for today, I want to make sure I let y'all know about my merch. You can visit my merch. My sister actually just got some leggings. I can't wait till she sends me a picture of them, because they're so comfortable. So y'all go check out my merch. You can get, you know, a little face mask, little whatever you like. Go check that out. The link is down in the description box.
Don't forget to order your custom Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your Stokes styling merch today.
All right. So did y'all like the video also during that time? Y'all should have. If you had not, then you should have been liking the video. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about Caesar Emmanuel from Black Ink Crew. First of all, my question is, do you all still watch Black Ink Crew? Look. Let me tell y'all, I'm going to be honest about this thing here. I have not watched Black Ink Crew. I think they're on season 9, so I might have stopped watching somewhere midway season 6 or maybe season 7. I'm not quite sure when I stopped, but I stopped somewhere when I'm just like, first of all, this is called Black Ink Crew. Can there be a tattoo betwixt and between somebody? Can somebody do a tattoo around here? And when I say a tattoo, I mean, can you pull a straight line? Can I get some color saturation? I think what made me stop watching Black Ink Crew, besides the niggatry of it all, was the fact that me and my husband watched Ink Masters. And honey, Ink Masters be on it. First of all, if y'all don't watch Ink Masters, I don't know what y'all are doing. Ink Masters is everything. And so after watching Ink Masters, I just kind of fell off of watching Black Ink Crew. Like, the storylines, you could tell, were super fake. As a matter of fact, I remember what the season that made me stop watching Black Ink Crew was when Sky and her sons were getting into it. I just felt like it was so gutter. Hi Keisha, Comedy said, thank you for joining. I just felt like it was so gutter. I felt like it was damaging. It was toxic. You know, Sky getting back into her son's lives for a storyline, especially because Sky was just like her mama's bipolar, and she's kind of seemed to show some of those traits, and just the way that everything was handled. I couldn't do it anymore. So I stepped out of the show. I might catch an episode here or there, but you know, they have a whole new cast of people and whatever. But even though I don't watch the show, y'all know these ears be to the streets. So back in January, if y'all don't remember, I will refresh your memory. So I had to take a drink. Back in January, Cheyenne, which is Caesar's daughter, did an Instagram live accusing her father of physically abusing her. She said that, and it was a very, like, she was, emotional. She was cursing. I could find the live for y'all, but I just didn't feel like it. It was a long live. Like, they're all long winded. But I'll give you the gist of it. So basically, Cheyenne said that she was told, like, she was living with her father over the summer down in Atlanta, and she was told to maybe wash some dishes or something like that, and she didn't do it. So while she was in the shower, her I was gonna say her husband, her father, busts into the shower, busts into the bathroom, and begins to, like, fight her. Like, she said he put hands and feet on her, like, fight her. And she said that it was there was a police were called. There was a police report. She ended up having to fly back to New York with her mom. And then in the midst of, once Cheyenne came out with that, Caesar's new girlfriend, Cheyenne, came out. And this is the part that was just disgusting to me. Cheyenne came out and she basically not Cheyenne, Suzette is the girlfriend's name. Cheyenne is the daughter, Suzette. Suzette is the new girlfriend. She comes out onto social media and blasts Cheyenne, the daughter. She talks about her weight. She talks about her sexual history and status. And she just goes off on Caesar's daughter. During this time, Caesar didn't come out and say anything. So it bothered me on many levels. Number one, when I watched the video of Cheyenne, as a matter of fact, I might pull up a little bit of the video just so y'all can see it, just so y'all can kind of get a sense. Because when I watched the video of Cheyenne, it bothered me because of her language, and I have an issue with children being in children's places. I have an issue. I don't care, teenagers or children, to me, and so I have an issue with a lack of respect when it comes to children. That those type of things really irk me. And even though I'm sure that what happened, I couldn't take her delivery online. That bothered me, and that already showed some issues. Then when you have the girlfriend coming out, and Caesar is still with this girl to this day, and this girl is over here straight dogging your daughter online, I had issue with that. And also I have issue with Caesar as a whole, because again, as someone who watched the show from season 1, I have seen their dynamic, and let's just call a spade, a thing. Caesar has not been a present and consistent father in his daughter's life, at least not in the time that we saw him on the show. They're on season 9. We didn't see his daughter until season 3, maybe season 4, which is fine. You don't have to show your kids if you don't want to. But then when you start showing your kids, it's both of y'all talking about how you don't really get to spend time together. You don't see her, as if y'all don't live in New York. You know what I'm saying? As if, like, he was living in Atlanta and she was living in New York, as if that was an excuse. You get what I'm saying? So Caesar has not been the best father figure for his daughter anyway. And so you can't not be in your child's life and then at 16 think that you can physically discipline them. Like, that ain't how none of that works. But I'm gonna play y'all just a short clip of what Cheyenne said happened to her, and then again, this was she did this live in January, but the incident allegedly happened in October. So I'm gonna play a short little clip here. Let me pull that up for y'all.
My dick, Cheyenne really on. I know y'all on her body. No funny shit. Like, all the shit she's saying, like the maid shit. If it was a maid, why the fuck you telling me to wash the dishes? That's one. 2, what else she said? Somebody don't send me screenshots, please, because I was going on my phone. Kids these days. Da-da-da. I'm not even about to talk about scamming, because that's mad federal. But y'all don't even know the story, but quick to talk for real. Bro, where's this nigga at? Your mom got fired off the show. Nobody got fired off the show. We quit the show. It's none of that. Like, y'all not about to sit here and make me seem like a bad guy because I'm not. There was shit that happened in that fucking house. Dang. Better wash them dishes, girl. I feel you on them dishes. A girlfriend should not have a place in anything at all. What show? You fucked your alarms up. I wasn't getting paid for nothing I was doing. I was doing it because I was raised right. Chores is chores. She mad at you for speaking the way you. How you? First of all, Caesar Emmanuel is canceled. How you sitting here letting a co-female disrespect your child on Instagram? Period. Blood is thicker than water. Yeah, blood don't make you family. Loyalty do. But bitch, I was here when you didn't have shit. When you was dealing when you was sitting here crying on my fucking shoulder about this bitch cheating on you, I was here.
All right, so it's an 8-minute video. I'm not gonna play the whole video. I just wanted y'all to just kind of see. Again, she's on the live, telling her side of the story, telling her thing. She referred to her dad as a B. She talked about the girlfriend as a B. Again, a bunch of cuss words. Like that to me just bothers me because that just like I ain't from that era. That ain't gonna be the era that the boy is gonna be raised in. I don't care what Tony do or what Tisha do or what Keisha do or whoever do outside of this house. But in my house, even on live, what you're not gonna be doing is sitting up here cussing like you wrong. Like that bothers me. But that does not negate the fact of what happened. Allegedly. So Chanel says we didn't see his daughter until he needed her for a storyline. That's basically when Duchess left. I completely agree. Exactly. So this is why I already side-eye him. Just already. I believe that he did what she said he did. And I believe that he's wrong. But we're gonna break it down. So earlier this year, this again, Jasmine Brand. Y'all know I love Jasmine Brand. Shout out. Earlier this year, Caesar Emmanuel was accused of beating his daughter while she showered. Reportedly, Caesar Emmanuel thought his 16-year-old daughter Cheyenne was being disrespectful by showering before doing the dishes, and he proceeded to allegedly physically assault her. So then she put on her Instagram, and I remember when she put this on the Instagram and she tagged the shade room, and this is what she said. Oh, these ads, I can't see. I'm going to address this for the last time. The level of disrespect from my father, pulling me out of the shower and then beating me while I was naked is a problem, period. I have no reason to fabricate a story. It's a shame that because he's on TV that people would think it's okay to kick me, punch me, and stomp me like I'm a dog in the street. It's not okay. I'm here to speak my truth. He knows what he has done. The police was called. There are records. All of you trolls can say what you want. This is my reality of what transpired. As for his prostitute hoe girlfriend, she's been stalking my dad for years when he was with Duchess. How can you respect anyone that puts his hands on his daughter the way he did? And you did. And how do you allow her to argue back and forth with the 16-year-old? So this is what Cheyenne, the daughter, posted, and this was back in January. And so it says, in the aftermath of Cheyenne's accusations against her dad, Caesar's girlfriend Suzette proceeded to get into it with her on Instagram, which was just gutter. During this spat, Cheyenne claimed that Suzette was an opportunistic porn star. In response, Suzette proceeded to make comments about the 16-year-old's weight and speculated that she was sexually active herself. The internet was instantly outraged that Caesar's girlfriend said such comments about a child, but they were more outraged over Caesar's siding with Suzette over Cheyenne. So all of this happened. Again, the incident allegedly happened in October. She got on live and the argument online happened in January. Well, here we are in May. Black Ink Crew is on, and now the episode is on, and they're kind of recounting what happened from Caesar's perspective because Caesar is the star of the show. So Caesar's stance was made clear on this past I don't know what happened to my mic. Can y'all hear me? Oh, thank you so much, Keisha. Keisha says, sis, love you and sweet baby. Have a beautiful and safe weekend. Thank you, you too. Moments with Mickey says, imagine what kind of energy she's giving him in the house. Yes, imagine what kind of energy is in the house, period. And this is Caesar's house and her mama's house. Imagine the environment that they are in, because she is comfortable. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I cussed as a teenager, I sure did. But I tell you what I didn't do. I didn't curse to where my mama could hear me curse. I'm sorry, just the thought of that. I don't curse to where my mama can hear me curse now. That's why I be trying to censor myself on the internet, because she watch my live streams. Like, so I'm just saying, this just kind of already lets you know the respect level that's in that house. Moments with Mickey says it happened in October. She put it in the internet in January. The show was filmed sometime early April. And so now we're getting it. And so, let's see. So as he and Teddy spoke about the situation, which I don't care, I still love Teddy. Teddy might be a hoe, but I love me some Teddy. I do. While Caesar maintains that Cheyenne should have never gotten on social media and disrespected a grown Roman like that, he does not address the comments Suzette made. And Teddy, on the other hand, holds a different stance, asking, quote, why is an adult arguing with a child? So they have a little clip of it, but I don't know if I should play the clip, because I don't know if it's gonna flag me. So hold on. I'll play the audio. How about that? I'll play the audio and y'all can hear the conversation between Caesar and Teddy.
Did you not burn the house down, bro? Come on, man. House is dope.
Let me fast forward it.
Every day is something new, bro. Everything felt like it was going so good. She just took a wicked turn out of nowhere, bro.
Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Fella, you know I saw everything that happened on social media, bro. Let's just address it. I'm well aware of what's going on with Caesar and Cheyenne right now, and I hate it. Like, the whole internet, social media thing, like, that is trash. I try to mind my business when it comes to things like this, but how could I if it's all over social media? Like, I would feel like a whack person not to say nothing to Caesar.
At first, I took it as karma, like, I put my parents through hell. We put our parents through hell. Like, we did, you know what I mean? But to take it this far, well, if these allegations were anywhere true, she could have destroyed me over her being mad. A teenage outburst.
It's a pandemic going on. Nobody's in their right mind.
I'm gonna pause it right there. So before we continue with Caesar and him giving his sob story, because that's what Caesar does. Caesar gets on TV or online and he drops his big old lips and I'm just effed up, man. This just should have never made it to social media. Mind you, according to Caesar's baby mama, he had not even reached out to his daughter after the incident happened. There was no communication between him and his daughter at all since the incident happened. And so what caused this little girl to go online was feeling like her dad had threw her away, because meanwhile he hadn't talked to her, but he is all over Suzette, the girlfriend's Instagram page, being stepdaddy to her children.
the girl that he's chosen over his own daughter. All right. Now he's saying in this clip that if these allegations were true, it could have destroyed him. Now there is a police report. There are allegedly photos. So how untrue are these allegations? We don't know. But I'm going to let y'all continue to hear what he has to say.
To child. You know what I'm saying? Watching Cheyenne's live video really broke my heart. I felt like I was betrayed by the person I love most in the world.
But you never spoke out about it.
With you when you decided to become a full-time tattoo artist, then look what you turned into. She missed the opportunity. It's crazy to me that we've been dealing with this for almost 16 years now. Crystal left C's in the dirt a long time ago and expected him not to do nothing with his life, especially when he said he wanted to become a tattoo artist.
Pause. Another quick pause. What does this situation have to do with Crystal? Your daughter getting online talking about something that she experienced with you and your girlfriend has nothing to do with Crystal, the baby mama. So why she's being blamed right now, I don't understand. But I'm gonna y'all drop that. If it's making sense to you, drop down in the comments and tell me how it's making sense. Make it make sense to me. I don't know it all. I'm just I'm piecing together these things and giving it to y'all.
Fast forward 10 years later, he's one of the top tattoo artists.
Why though? Because the tattoos are trash.
How I ain't never been able to have a relationship. Every time I get close to a female, Crystal will come with the, yo, you putting her before your daughter.
She was trying to get back with him ever since he became successful, and it's not working in her favor. How serious is your relationship with Susan? Are you really happy?
I am. That's the funny. It's like she made me see other parts of myself that, you know what I mean? I'm really never seen for myself.
But that she did, like we're going back and forth with Sha on social media. It kind of
pause. So she tweeted, Instagram, because they showed it, so I'm glad because I couldn't find it. You told police you wanted to go back to Harlem, so you got sent back like y'all requested. Why you so mad, little girl? You gonna see the streets don't love you none.
Well, both of us.
And she said something about your boyfriend.
I know we trying to stop using this word, but for lack of a better term, that is done, bro. She violated Sha. It's over.
And so, all right, I'm gonna pause it there, and we're gonna continue with the story. So, Caesar and Teddy, some kind of way, made the assumption that because he has this new girlfriend, his baby mama puts things into his daughter's head to turn his daughter against him, and to say that he always puts his women before his daughter. However, this woman got onto social media and blasted your daughter and her sexual activity and talked about her weight and went in on her. And you are still choosing to be with her and to speak with her before you've even spoken to your daughter. So is that a lie? Where's the lie? You know what I'm saying? If you're saying that this isn't true, it sounds like it's true to me. So after the episode aired, Cheyenne's mother Crystal went to Instagram Live to set some things straight. She did a 28-minute live. I ain't gonna give you the 28 minutes. I'm gonna let you get the meats and potatoes. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna play it from here because, honey, she, like I said, they be real lengthy, honey. But I got it chopped up for you. Shout out to Gossip of the City. Sorry, shout out to Gossip of the City. Y'all know another one of the places that I love to get all my tea from. If y'all be wanting to know where I want to get this tea, this is where it be. So Cheyenne, again, she went on and did a lengthy live. I mean, not Cheyenne, Crystal. And she talked about the night, what actually happened, claiming that police were fans of the show and ignored her daughter's claims and her bruises. She also alleged that Cheyenne
was forced to leave her father's home with nothing more than the clothes on her back. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what she had to say. Let me share my screen. Give me a second. Let me know that y'all are still here by liking the video or dropping down in the comments. I appreciate y'all for joining me today. Again, y'all know we do this every Friday, so I appreciate y'all for being here with me. So let's hear what Cheyenne had to say.
Pandemic. I live in the city. Cheyenne wanted to go and get away. Normal teenage stuff. We have disagreements. Is normal. She wanted to live with her father because her father stated that he was gonna move out to Atlanta permanently because New York City was shut down. His shops was closed. He needed to go, make money in Atlanta. So I said, my suggestion. I said, why don't you take Cheyenne with you? It's summer, school ended, because by this time is the end of May, right? So it wasn't 8 months that he claimed on a TV show that Cheyenne was out there with him, or that she never seen me or whatever for 8 months. That's all cap. Cheyenne went out there in May, right? So the whole summer up to pertaining to October, right? Whatever happened that he went and told Cheyenne to wash dishes before he went away out to eat or whatever, or went to work, whatever, and came back. So Cheyenne went because there was a pandemic. Around 11 o'clock, Cheyenne was with her music in the shower. He told her to lower the music. She didn't hear the music. He bangs on the door. He breaks in, and Cheyenne's getting out the shower at that time. And he goes and he arguing, his girlfriend saying whatever. They had company in the house. They saying whatever. So it amped him up, I'm assuming, because this is what my daughter's story is. It's in a police report, actually, too. And that's public record. He gets physical with my child. My child has a towel on. My child barricaded herself in a room with a dresser and called me because she didn't have her phone. He took the phone, called me through her laptop, her iMac. So she calls me frantic. It hangs up. I try to call him. He don't answer the phone. Whatever happened. So then when I finally get to speak to him, 911's called. I called 911. I'm in New York around 11 o'clock. Cheyenne is with her music in the shower. Answer. You're damn right. I'm going to call 911 if I can't get in contact with anyone to find out what the hell is going on. My daughter's crying. She's bleeding in her face. Her weave is... You would thought my daughter had a fist fight with a female. I'm being woken up out of my sleep. Like I said, I work, So all that happening, I'm like, I got to call because it needs something. What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't know nobody in Atlanta. I do know people in Atlanta, but I don't know nobody that I could call at that time as an emergency. All my peoples is here. So the police get there. I'm speaking to the 911 operator. That's public record too. And I have copies of the 911 call. I have copies of the police report, right? So all that, the police, they were fans. So he tells them, dispute my daughter, over some chore answer. You're damn right, I'm gonna call 911. Chores, they brush it off. My daughter in the police statement begs them to take her. They didn't. They dropped the ball in Atlanta, right? This is what happens. So she stays. I'm on the phone with him. We sit on the phone for mad long, like at least 3 hours. Him trying to calm down. She's hysterical. She don't want to stay there. I'm telling him, please let her leave. He was like, well, if she leaves, she has to leave with the clothes on her back, which she did. I paid for her plane ticket, but I was so frantic and my mind was so all over the place that I paid for my own ticket to get down there because I was like, I don't even know if I should drive to Atlanta or take a plane. So at the end result, I had a plane ticket, didn't even get on a plane. She came on a plane over here, right? She left in the middle of the night. He didn't want to give her phone back. I had to beg him like chores. They brush it off. She's going to be in an airport waiting until 6 a.m. for this flight, and you're going to leave her how she's supposed to get around and get. He was like, oh, that's not his problem, right? So all that happened. He finally gives her the phone, right? Real nasty about it. In the meantime, while I'm on the phone with him, his girlfriend like, oh, she's disrespectful, Granted, she's disrespectful, but this is between me and him. We the ones that the parents. I don't need no outsiders. Yes, she was in the household and she was playing the mother role that she wants a medal for. You know, at the end of the day, it is a situation that me and him, I don't need no extra sidelines because I don't have nobody on my end being a sideline. So, you know, she was like, oh, she could get the fuck out then, whatever the case. So that's the energy that was going on at that time and moment. As a mother, I have to protect mine and I have to make sure she's good. So she got on that plane, came back. When she had bruises on her. The police report, they took pictures, okay? I have pictures, okay? So that's that. So going back, that happened in October. The reason why Cheyenne went live in January was because between October and January, there's holidays, right? You would think that her father, like he said on a TV show, oh, you know, cool off, I'm gonna call her, you know what I'm saying, check on, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy New Year. None of that happened. Cheyenne did not block him because I told her not to block. He wasn't even blocked from my phone, right? So that happens, no word from him. The woman is antagonizing and gaslighting my daughter on her social media because nobody was blocked at that time, right?
I'm pausing it right there. I did find, well, I'm gonna pause it right there real quick because I want to talk about this comment. Denise Marshall says Crystal is still being a bitter baby mama with drama. Now she's on social media with the daughter in the background, egging her on. When the child should not be beside you, she should stay in the child's place. We've already established that there is no such thing as Cheyenne being in the child's place because she's already been online cussing and carrying on and all of this stuff. This is just further confirmation to what we were talking about earlier, to the type of household that they allow, and this is why this type of dysfunction is happening, because you allow your daughter to feel as if she has a place of an adult. I have to make it clear, I don't agree with Caesar putting his hands on her in that type at all, period. You know, I definitely do not. I do not agree with the girlfriend or nothing like that. But as at the end of the day, the ball was dropped well before that day happened. The ball was dropped well before that day happened, and we can see it. Also, just really quick, I did find the tweets that Suzette made directly after Cheyenne's live. I was just gonna read them for y'all really quick, or the Instagram, not tweets, but y'all know what I'm talking about. She said, we had maids, laughing emojis. No one made her clean a bedroom house. She was supposed to wash dishes. She wants $600 wigs, but don't want to wash dishes, laughing face emojis. Kids these days have no respect, don't respect their mom or dad, and want the world. Who raised you? Back in the day, if you talk back, you got your A whipped. This generation different. You were 60 pounds overweight when we got you. We had you in the gym on meal plans. You told me you wish I was your mother. Maybe you would be different. Him and I would argue over me defending you. Everyone told me I was crazy, mind my business. I see it now. She mad you used to call me mom. She uses you to talk ish because she don't have to the heart to do it herself. Oh, people proofreading. Her mother got kicked off the show and trying to get her storyline back. Where her mother now while she talking all this? She has no respect, no discipline, no nothing. Laughing emojis. You on video talking to the police. Stop it. They thought the craziness would run me away. Nope, I'm still here with the this emoji. Nice try, though. You couldn't run me away like you did the others. So I just want y'all to know this is what... So there was another tweet that I could not find where she talks about her sexual activity. But I can't find it. I'll keep looking while we listen to Crystal continue to give her account. But go ahead. Okay, here we go.
So October, November, December, they go on where they went. She had bruises on her. The police report Disney World for Christmas. My daughter sees that. People are forgetting that my daughter is a child still. She's going to be jealous. She's going to see that y'all replaced her or she feels replaced in any way. And I'm the one that has to pick up the pieces of my daughter and say, no, your dad really loves you, whatever. But he's not posting, but she's posting and antagonizing and posting like, oh, you know, you're replaced. He's taking care of my kids. He's a great stepfather. That's getting Cheyenne upset. So listen, she's holding all that stuff. And I had to get my daughter therapy because of this. She went live. It was a lot of things that happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, think back. Maybe she should have not went live, but she went. It happened. Things happen. It is what it is.
This comment bothered me, but y'all already know why the comment bothered. You already know how I feel about it. Because again, if we're gonna be calling out things, we need to call out all things, and we need to act as adults. Period. So if you're telling me that your daughter is upset, she's seeing these things on social media, she's feeling antagonized, she's feeling gaslit, how about, I don't know, this is just my suggestion. Maybe I'm crazy. Y'all tell me in the comments. How about you as a mother? You see her this hurt. You call Caesar up because you said he's not blocked. You call him up and you get this thing situated. You let him know, you know what? I don't agree with what happened. We still have issues, but your daughter is here hurting because of the situation that happened. And this needs to be rectified. What do we need to do to rectify it? And on top of, you get what I'm saying? Why can't we be adults? Why can't we talk as parents? If you see that this is hurting your daughter to this extent, why was there no communication even if there's no communication between them two? You're the parent. Why is there no communication between y'all to rectify these situations? Where are the adults in the situation? I'm looking at 4 kids. We want to talk about Cheyenne being a child, so she goes on live. Things should have been handled differently, but things happen. But here you are still on live. So where do you think she gets it from? All of y'all in this entire situation are messed up. No one is better than the next person. And in all honesty, Cheyenne is the victim in all of this. She's the victim of whatever alleged physical abuse that happened. She's also the victim of parents who don't know how to act like reasonable adults. That's just what it is. I'm gonna let her keep talking though.
She goes live. She says what she says. Let me show you this FedEx. That happened January 2nd, 3rd, right? So Disney World for Christmas. My daughter sees that. People are forgetting that my daughter is a child still. She's going to be jealous. She's going to see that y'all replaced her or she feels replaced in any way. And I'm the one that has to pick up the pieces of my daughter and say, no, your dad really loves you, whatever. What was said on a TV show, right? What date is that? January 13th, 2021, right? Miss Torres, I am getting a cease and desist on my daughter, not on me, on my daughter, for my daughter to shut the fuck up, basically. Don't tell nobody that your father beat you. And don't, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention that he didn't even put this lady on time. Like, not even that you could put a grown woman, your girlfriend, on time.
I have so much. Okay, wait. Let me. I got so much. Okay, let me finish this statement because then I got something to say about this too. Because this bothered me.
Because as me, but it's just like the fact that you didn't say nothing. Like, you allowed her. You put a statement out. Oh, we're gonna deal with family things, but now you need this whole fucking shit for a storyline. and then I'm cease and desist to stay quiet, or my daughter to stay quiet. He even sent a cease and desist to an ACS to the Department Child Protective Services of New York. I'm gonna get to that, right? What was
all right, so those are the main clips. Again, there's a full 26-minute video. I wasn't going to play the full thing. That was already too much and enough. Like Denise in the chat said, because this bothered me too. You sitting up here doing your whole recount. I believe that what happened. I believe that what happened. I do. But again, what are you showing your daughter? Because now he done sent my daughter a cease and desist, and she in the back. Justified. Amen corner. I don't need an amen corner. I don't need it. And I agree that I don't think that Caesar and Suzette should still be together. I couldn't be with someone who would sit up here and disrespect my child on the internet, because again, that just reinforces the insecurities that my child already has. And every time I get a new girlfriend, I put them over her, because I didn't even show my child on the show until I needed a storyline after I lost my girlfriend. So, whatever. But that ain't none of your concern as the mom. And that does make you look better. It's too much. All right, let me continue on, because after all of this has been said, Caesar has made his own statement. The first thing he said was he posted a picture of himself, with his little sorry look. Y'all know the look. One of the saddest things in this world is to see a child grow up hating one of their parents because they got one side of the story. What we're not like, this bothers me. This bothers me. They do this over on Teen Mom too, which is, I review that show as well. If you watch Teen Mom too, you can check that video out. But one of the dads over there does this on that show too. You act as if the baby mama is just so slanderous and telling all these lies and making you out to be this terrible person, but don't acknowledge what you do. Acknowledge what you do. Caesar, on the show, you've been arrested for not financially contributing to your daughter. Did Cheyenne make that up? Or is this child blind and can't see it? Caesar, on this show, we've seen you choose going on trips with strippers and mixies and girlfriends and all this stuff over spending valuable time with your daughter. Is Crystal putting that in Cheyenne's head, or is Cheyenne seeing that herself? Caesar, in this moment, with this situation, we see you backing up your girlfriend and not addressing your daughter. Is Crystal putting that? Y'all are gonna stop. Everything ain't because the baby mama wants you. Everything ain't because she's bitter that you're going. Everything ain't her telling the daughter not to like you. Some things if you put your hands on her like that, Cheyenne see it on her own. She don't need her mama to say anything. In an exclusive interview with the Jasmine brand, Caesar addressed the claims from his 17-year-old daughter and her mother. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull up the clip. Where is it? This is the wrong one. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the clip, y'all. Give me a second. I'm sorry. He says, I'm not going to lie. This is difficult. It's not a press conference with the kid from the hood, because he did a press conference, y'all. Just because I didn't tell you, he did a press conference. It's just something that we don't really do. When you have to take these measures, it's a lot for me. I don't like this right now, but I know it's necessary for me to sit here and clear my name. I want to let everybody know this ain't no story. I'm not going to sit here and put myself through this type of drama for a storyline, especially not with my daughter's mother or my child. People have to understand this is draining to me. For me to have to keep defending myself, I'm not defending myself in no courtroom or nothing. I'm defending myself over social media. People have to understand certain times out of envy and hate, people will do certain things to convince other people to go along with it. I'm confused. Are y'all confused? Raise your hand in the chat if you're confused. Did the incident happen or didn't it? Is there a police report or isn't it? Because what is there to convince if the event happened? Listen to the clip. Listen to the clip.
According to what's going on and everything that we see on social media, I do understand why it's difficult, because you've got to put yourself out there, and not only you, because you've always done it, but now you've got to go a little bit further and put your family and your daughter and, you know, all of that out there. How are you dealing with it? And I know you had a press conference today. How did everything go for you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is different. Like, it's not a press conference with a kid from the hood. Like, it's just something that, you know, we don't really do, and we have to take these measures. It's a lot for me. I mean, I don't like this right now, but I know that it's necessary for me to sit here and clear my name.
Yeah. Now, we did recently see you. You know, you talked about this. You opened up on the show about everything that's going on and how heavy it is for you. Let me ask you. You touched on how you were raised as a kid, right? And that, you know, this is something that kind of in our community we're used to. We're used to discipline and things like that. Do you think it's reached this escalation because of the media, because of, you know, the show and the storyline they say with the show? Do you think that's why?
Listen, I want to let everybody know this ain't no story. I'm not going to sit there and put myself in this type of drama for a story, especially not with my daughter's mother or my child. You have to understand this shit. This is draining. Like, for me to have to keep defending myself, and I'm not even defending myself in no courtroom. I'm defending myself on social media. Like, you have to understand that certain times out of envy and hate, people will do something and convince other people to go along. And I've been dealing with this. I've been dealing with this for years now. It's hard when you have family members that just want to see you destroyed, and they lurk on everything.
I'm gonna pause that really quick. When he's referencing family members, I didn't cover this, but his sister came out and spoke in support of Cheyenne and Crystal and said that her brother is not, you know, this Caesar character is not David Emmanuel, her brother. He's a whole new person. So maybe that is what he means when he's talking about people coming out and joining the bandwagon, essentially. But you know, I'm just clearing that up just for y'all. I didn't feel like pulling her what she had to say, because honestly it wasn't relevant to the actual story, besides her coming out and just saying that she was in support of Cheyenne and Crystal.
Thing that you try to do, and to some capacity convince other people that really, really love you that basically I ain't shit. Yeah. I will always defend my child. But if these heinous accusations come out, it's like I gotta show people that this shit is a lie. This ain't happened. And the reason why I had the press conference is to put out the fact. Not nobody sitting there going off their emotion, but the hard fact. Not from my mouth, but other people who witness this situation, who's been there, who understand like, yo, this guy didn't do nothing. And this is what I want to let people know, like, I ain't doing anything. All I ever been was a good father. Why? When she's 17, I decided to go off the head. And that narrative has only been put out there by my daughter's mother. Okay. And the people who watch the show have watched years and years of her sitting there trying to manipulate the situation, trying to get back with me. Shit, season 2, she put me on child support and got me arrested. People don't understand the stuff I have done. So for her But anybody saying I'm beating up on my child, all I'm going to say is this shit ain't true. And if it was, I wouldn't be having a TV show or sitting in a press conference trying to let people know I ain't do nothing.
Okay.
All right, so that's what Caesar said. Do y'all believe it? Do y'all believe that the situation happened? Do you believe? I did try to find a police report. I didn't do no deep dive. I did general. Let me see if I can find a little something. I did not find the police report of this particular incident. The only thing that I was able to find was his charges from the child support. Side note, this is my opinion. I don't think that there's anything wrong with putting someone on child support, especially because it takes two people to support a child. So I don't see anything wrong with that. And if you do not handle your responsibilities, there are consequences to that. I don't understand how that has to do with your daughter's mother wanting to get back with you. I think that's a stupid hood narrative that we need to stop continuing. That's stupid. A child needs to be taken care of regardless. And if you are as good of a father as you say you are, you should have no issue with handling the business at hand. That's my opinion. Whatever. Also, if y'all have been on my channel just a few weeks ago, we had the conversation about physically disciplining children. And we had an open discussion about it. I had people call in and give their opinions. It was a very nice discussion. And during that discussion, we made it clear that there is a difference between physical discipline and abuse. What has been laid out from what we understand with bruises, blood, whatever, that is not discipline. That is abuse. And there is a difference. Also, another thing, you cannot think that you can go years 3 through 15 and let your child do whatever they want to do. And then at year 16, you're surprised at disrespect. Like I've been saying, we see the type of dynamic that this family holds in general. And it's toxic. Caesar, let's be clear. Don't nobody want you. Like, I truly doubt that Cheyenne is so upset that she doesn't have you because you have a shop on 113th that was never really opened. Because you keep opening these random tattoo shops everywhere that's giving out sorry ass tattoos. Like, I'm sorry. I won't accept that narrative. I won't accept that spin. I won't accept that. If you want to accept it, that's on you. I won't accept that. Come on. There are bigger issues here. And instead of y'all being on social media or doing press conferences or talking about this on TV, if this was such an issue, if this was so damaging to you, if this was so draining to you, it wouldn't have made it to the show. If this was so damaging and such an issue, you would be talking to your daughter and not your cousin. If this was such a problem, you wouldn't still be fool-la-la in Atlanta while your daughter's in New York and y'all have no communication. Something in the milk ain't clean. Do I think that Crystal probably does say some messed up things about Caesar? I do, just like Caesar says messed up things about Crystal. We've seen it on both sides. And y'all put this child in the middle. Y'all all need to get it together. But I'm just giving it to y'all, breaking it down. This is why we as people, we as a society, we as communities, especially Black communities, need to be a little bit more selective, a little bit more cautious, a little bit more proactive about who we choose to recreate and procreate with. I'm just saying in general. Because when you have people who aren't fully formed, intelligent, emotionally stable adults coming together, having kids, breaking up, you continuing toxicity. I'm just saying. This is y'all gonna have me go on a whole rant, but this is honestly, this is the problem. This is an issue. And we wonder. We talk about how these children, this generation is so disrespectful. Who raised the children? Hello. They just woke up disrespectful. They just woke up one day disrespectful. They've been shown no discipline, because physical discipline, you can't do it. So they can do whatever they want. Now all of a sudden they're 16 and they telling you what they is and ain't gonna do. And it's everybody's fault but yours, because, well, she be with her mama, and I mean, it's her mama's fault because I mean, you know, I pay my little, but you're not a present father. Then the mama over here talking like it's a mess. It's a mess. And the way that Cheyenne as a child feels justified, liberated, and okay with being on social media, talking the way she talks, mama being on live. Well, you know, she's disrespectful sometimes. It is what it is, but you know, y'all don't see an issue. There's no issue. Do I believe that this incident happened in October? I do believe that this incident happened in October. I don't know how deep, how far, how wide, but it did go down. And if you are a half lackluster, semi-present father to a disrespectful child at 16, 17 years old, you shouldn't be putting your hands on them anyway. At that point, like, you would hurt her more by taking her phone and taking her privileges, in all honesty. You should not be putting your hands on her, period, in my opinion. And I believe in physical punishment, but by that 16, if you ain't got things straight at 10, what is that doing at 16? Nothing. That is abuse. Do I believe that the incident happened? Like I said, I do believe that incident happened. Do I feel like anyone in this situation has handled it correctly? I do not. Do I feel like this should be filmed on the show? I do not. And you know who I think got the most sense out of everybody? Go Teddy. Go, look, let me get a yes. Let me get a yes for Teddy. Go up for Teddy. Okay? Listen to him a little bit more. Yeah, he might be out here hoeing a little bit, but Teddy got more sense than Caesar, Crystal, Cheyenne, Suzette, all of them in the situation. I'm done fussing. Did I fuss? Y'all know I'll get on here and get the fussing real quick, apparently. I just want to come and break it down, give y'all my opinion on it. Like I said, I don't review that show. I don't watch it consistently, but this was a hot topic that I felt like we needed to have the dialogue about. If you have anything that you would like to say or share, I normally put this link down a little earlier. I forgot to do it today. I'm sorry. But if you have anything that you would like to say or share, feel free to click the link and give your opinion. I like to give my audience a chance to come in and give their thoughts. Do you believe Caesar? Do you side with Crystal? Do you agree that Cheyenne should have blasted him online? Do you think that Caesar should have stayed with Suzette? Are you over this conversation? Is this a bigger conversation when it comes to how we are raising our children to show respect to elders, period? Now, maybe I'll do a whole like live stream one day on what I believe respect is when it comes to child rearing, because these are my opinions and I'm allowed to have them, but y'all are free to have them as well. I might do a live stream about it because I can pull so many different instances of things that I think are problematic. this entire situation is problematic, and it shows that the dysfunction didn't start in October. It started years ago. I'm gonna give y'all a quick little second to if you would like to come on to say that. Shout out to Russell Earl, one of our beauties. He told me to talk that talk. You know, I'm always gonna be on here talking that talk. So I'm gonna give a shout out to my beauties, my Patreons, and we'll be wrapping this up shortly. Remember, shout out to my Patreons. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm gonna be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me.
If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys, so make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. Don't forget to order your custom B Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your B Stokes styling merch today.
All right, you guys. So I don't think we have any calls today. Quickly, if y'all have not watched any of my other videos, if you are new here, I saw some new names in the chat. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed my commentary. Please subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you get notified of my videos. I do Finally Be Fridays every Friday, where I give you my thoughts on whatever I really feel like talking about, whether that's hot topics or sometimes we'll do a deep dive. I am working on a I don't know if I want to do it as a live or if I want to do it as a video. I'm still debating, but I'm working on pulling some stuff, and the title of it is going to be The Evolution of the Side Chick. This was kind of inspired by Miss Portia Williams and everything that's been going on with her. If you want to hear my thoughts on the whole Portia Williams drama, I have a few videos on the channel. I do reviews on Teen Mom 2 and Ready to Love. Real Housewives of Potomac will soon be back, so I cannot wait to get back on here and give y'all my thoughts on Real Housewives of Potomac. Last season, I was doing lives right after the show. This season, I think I am still going to be doing lives, but instead of them being right after the show, I think I'll probably be doing them on Mondays. We'll see once the season picks up, but I'm so ready for Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills just kicked off. I have not watched the episode. If I like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, if I feel inclined, I might give y'all some reviews to that as well. And I think those are all of my announcements. If you would like to, please, y'all, look in my description box. I always tell y'all there's great things in the description box, not just my Patreon, my merch, my website, but also some things for mental health. I've actually had quite a few people reach out to me and say that they appreciated the resources that are in my description box. There are resources for Black Lives Matter, for community outreach, reaching your congressman, as well as mental health resources, therapy for Black girls, therapy for Black men. Y'all, please check out the description box. There's always a bunch of great stuff down there in the description box. And let me make sure I haven't missed any comments. Denise Marshall says they have created a monster with the daughter, and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. I agree. But we sit up here and we create these monsters and then wonder how did they get that way? Why is Frankenstein rampaging the whole village? Who created him? It's sad. It's really sad, and we need to start reevaluating things. And I don't think it's going to get any better, just in general. I don't think it's going to get any better with this social media culture, this whole culture that we are uplifting, with this ratchet culture that we are uplifting. And I don't think that it's beneficial for Black culture to be synonymous with dysfunction, and that is what we're beginning to see. but I'll probably go a little deeper into all of that and the sociological effects of a lot of this stuff probably in this video that I'm doing when it comes to the evolution of the side chick. I'll put a poll on my community tab, so y'all look out for that to see if y'all want it to be just like a video essay or if y'all want it to be like a live, because I do enjoy like getting y'all's immediate feedback. But we'll that should be out soon. I'm working on it, you guys. But thank y'all again so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next Friday. Oh, one more thing. I guess we can leave with this. Let me pull it up. If y'all like, y'all can't see my hair, but it's like a little protective style. It's like a little twist protective style. I have a video on my channel of me doing this protective style, so I will leave that video down in the chat. That's what it's called. Yes, I'll leave the video down in the chat if you actually like my hair. I'll also post it in the description box after the video because I forgot to do it before. So if you like my hair in the video, you can always check this video out because I did like a tutorial on how to do it. But all right, that's it. I'm done ranting and raving and going on. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Oh wait, I gotta say thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.